Good morning, class. Today we'll discuss another topic of the chapter, that is the branches of the government, or here we'll discuss that is legislative, executive, and judiciary. We know that this particular term come under the federal structure, and we know that under federal the three terms come, or two terms come, sorry, that is organ and level. So level, we know that three levels are there of the government, and they are central, state, and local. On the other hand, that is organ, we know that there are three which are given here: legislative, executive, and judiciary. Legislative, executive, and judiciary, you can see legislature like parliament, executive like the political executive, that they are president, prime minister, and judiciary, that mean institute which provide justice in the country and to the citizen. So in India, these are three important political institutions: parliament or legislative. So prime minister and the cabinet minister that take all the important policy decision. Executive, the civil servants working together are responsible for taking to implement the minister's decision. Means executive who implement the laws. So they can be civil, we have seen in the office memorandum term, and civil servants working together with responsible taking steps implement minister's decision. Means ministers, political and non-political, we can divide them into two, that is political who are in politics, and non-politics means the civil one who are working behind the government. And judiciary, that is supreme court, is an institution where disputes between the citizen and the government are settled down. Sometimes they are between the citizen and government, sometimes citizen to citizen, sometimes that is the citizen to the government. So this we can, that separation of the power, if you see, power to make the judgment is to the law. Means judiciary, you can see here, power to put law into action, executive government, and power to make the law. So here we'll see the legislature. The work of legislature is what? That is the parliament, governor general of the members, parliament, and selected committees, that is examine, debate, vote on bills which are then assented by the governor general and become the acts. Means we are talking about here the state and central both. So after the assent of governor that and the prime minister, sorry, president, it become the law. The executive, cabinet minister, and the public sector. So decide policy, drafted bills, enforced and administered act. Then judiciary, judges. They hear and decide the cases by applying the relevant laws, in fact, and review the decision and administration. So these particular things we will discuss in the coming segment, but and in detail. So after that we know about what is when we know that what is parliament. So prior to this we know that what is the need of the parliament here. Why do we need the parliament? So again, this very familiar question, by when we are discussing some terms, we must know what is the need and why do we need. The parliament exercise political authorities on behalf of the people in many ways. Like parliament is the final authority of law making in any country. So it can also change existing laws and abolish existing laws and make new ones in their places. Means everyone know the picture of parliament, and where we understand that what is happening in the parliament. So it is particular one of the authority which makes the law. and that laws are existing sometimes, which sometimes the law which are existing, it works on them, and sometimes if they are not in important, they can be abolished. So parliament exercise control over those who run the government, and no decision can be taken without the support of the parliament. You see sometime in the parliament that it exercise and control who can run the government. Means through the parliament, it's shown the control over those who are in government and who are in opposition. By the speaker, you have something that nothing can be done which is not favorable to the parliament uh, prestige, and no decision can be taken without the support of the parliament. Means if parliament, the members who are sitting there, that is the parliament, if they are not supporting, so none of the decision can be taken. Means sometimes you have seen many long ago the issues which are continued till today, they are not becoming a law. Among them, when you say about the reservation for women, it is 33%, but till now it is not it has not gone up, but mutually it is approximately 18 to 20% in in the existed government period. So no decision can be taken without the support of the parliament, and parliament also control the money matters. You have seen and you know about key money bills and other bills, generally they are discussed. When money bill we are talk about, they only control in the parliament, means how much money has to spend to any party or to any state, but not party but to the state development programs which the government demanded to the central government. So generally all these matters are discussed in the parliament. So money matter are discussed there. Sometimes ordinary bills in the question hours, and some issues which are existing in the government or in the society by the government, sometimes they are discussed, and the current situation which is means what is going on, and special topics are discussed in the parliament. So parliament is one of the institution from where we get certain laws, and it is because the laws are very much necessary for the conduction of um, or the smoother conduction of the government. Now the parliament and legislature. Legislature, lawmaking, parliament in the democracy as an assembly of elected representative exercise super political authority on behalf of the people. You never forget this, on behalf of the people, because none of the issue is discussed in parliament on the on means which is on the basis of the own personal need of the people. Only the matter which are related to the people of the country, they discuss there. In India, such national assembly called parliament, where all the matters of people are discussed. So legislature is what the body of elected representative at the state level is called legislature, and legislative assembly. And we know about the two houses of the parliament, that is Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. The parliament play a central role in the democracies. The large countries divided the role and the power of the parliament into two parts. They are called chambers or the houses. One house is usually directly elected by the people and exercise the real power, and second is that elected indirectly and perform some special function. They are looking for the interest of various region and federal structure. So in detail, when we know about what is Lok Sabha or House of the People, it is directly elected by the people and exercise the real power which we see some powers are in the hands of common. So the maximum strength of the house is that 552 to 530. The members are elected from the state and 20 members from the union territories. 2 members are nominated by the President of India from Anglo-Indian community. So this we are discussing all about. This was all about Lok Sabha. You must know, and you can you can note down all these points, because sometimes when a difference come between Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha, so these 3 points you must remember. Like the third point you can write from here, that is the third point, otherwise first and second. Then another is Rajya Sabha or the Council of State. It is usually elected indirectly and performs some special function. What are those special function? We know that means the role of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha is totally different, and the time period is of most common work of the second houses is to look after the interest of the various state. Here they see that they discussed and they bring issues on behalf of the people. Here we are talking about the states and regions and federal units. Regions and federal units, the union territories, it has not more than 250 members. 12 of Rajya Sabha members are nominated by the President of India and from persons who have earned distinction in the field of literature, art, science and services. So these 12 members which are elected by Rajya Sabha, they are the part of Rajya Sabha. And Rajya Sabha is permanent body. Permanent body means like unlike the Lok Sabha, it doesn't dissolve after 5 years. It takes 6 years, but only few members get retired or means they leave their services, and otherwise most of the members remain permanent. So till here we discussed today. Revise the chapter through NCERT so that you can better understand. Thank you. Have a nice day.